Good morning, everybody. It's Max Farrell. It is DexTrader.com. Today is September 19th, 2018, and this is Trading with Max. Woohoo! Wow, it's a great day. Just checking news real quick, as I always do when I first get in. It looks like we have nothing really too serious, huh? Is this today's date? Just checking. Tuesday? Nope. Let's refresh, reload the screen. Still had it on from yesterday. Go figure. Worked late last night. 8:30. Bunch of news fired off at 8:30. About 12 minutes to ruble. 10 o'clock. We got the euro. 10:30. Woo. This is going to be a tough day. Okay, and I'm showing you this, and I'm going to produce this video today. Okay, because normally I come on if there's not really any trades, I'm not making a video, right? But today I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to show you that sometimes in the avoidance of news, there has to be like a ton of news, right? And this is a ton of news. In fact, we probably looked at the dailies and we saw this loss here on the Euro Great Britain pound, right? And you see that there's, for the 7 o'clock period, there was no other Great Britain pounds that fired. Oh wait, there was, GPY. All right, so it went, and you can kind of see, look at the correlation, anti-correlation here, right? So you got a buy, and of course, a buy, but the GBP's on the other side, right? And if all these would have fired off, let's see, 415, 445, okay, you could have probably taken this one and have been like, all right, yeah, I'll get on this, and if it's in, then it's great. And then these fire off, okay, in the opposite direction, right? Remember, look at that. So, because this is on a buy, if this would have fired, this should have been a sell if it was good. If not, that means both of them are bad. Something's happening in the market. One of them's got to be right, and you don't know which one, okay, unless you look at the charts, right? And if we look at the charts, I'm going to go back to the Great Britain pound JPY when it fired off, okay? We don't know, at the time it fired off, it looked good, right? Like, hey, everything's looking pretty good. Wait, was that the right one? Hang on one second. Right, nope. Here, okay. Right there, just like that. All right, there we go. See that? Okay, so by the time it fired off, it was battling, right? It was in a down posture, okay? You did have a little up information here, but when it fired and when there was like going to be super news, right? Because why was there super news? Let's have a look at it. Look at this, 4:30. 4:30 and just a ton of information. So you stay out of the market. I don't care if you think you can survive it. If there's like a little bit, like right now, like here's another batch of ton of news, okay? We have at 8:30 all this stuff fired off, which probably pushed a lot of these trades, a lot of these signals into their respective directions, okay? And then, of course, if that was it, that would be great. But here's just another ton of news happening right at 10:30, okay? This is crude oil. And this is going to affect the CAD pretty bad too because of the oil, okay? And the USD. So there might be some wild fluctuations at that point. So here's what I would suggest. Because there's the 10:30 news, if there was just the 8:30 news, I would have probably say stay in, keep your signals, keep strong. Because by the time the signals get affected, let's just say that they're heading in a direction, they get affected, they'll usually go back and keep going on with the dailies, right? But because there's news and it gets affected, by the time it comes up here, and it may get affected again negatively. Now, I don't know if it's going to affect it negatively here or positively and make it just go superstar, right? But we don't know that. We don't know what we don't know at that point. So what I would suggest, okay, is err on the side of caution today, like I am, and I'm going to chill. So today's video is going to be very short, okay? And what did I use here? What did I use here when I was here? This is our daily indicator. Sweet. Over at dexindicators.com or dexindicators.net. It's flashing on the screen right now. Okay. Now, importantly, don't if you are a set and forgetter kind of person, there's three mentalities of trade dailies. Okay, there's a set and forget. There's a person who comes on and you set it up and you just forget about it, right? Step one, set it up. Step two, forget about it. Right? How do you spell that? Forget about it. I think that's how you do it. I don't know, but literally, that's all you do. You just come in, you set up. You don't even use a chart, right? You just look at the dailies. You see what's on there that could be taken on, and you go from there, right? Now we could look at the Audi JPY and the Euro JPY and maybe the Great Britain Pound JPY, one of those, okay? But usually when there's wild and fluctuational news, the other pairs try to make up for stuff. So, yeah, it is what it is. We could trade. Hey, listen, we could trade demo. If you're trading a demo and you just want to see how it's going to do and you're going to news trade, then trade it. And I think that, you know what, that's what we'll do. Let's do that, okay? So I'm going to pop into our demo account. Ta-da! And let's see, get onto the signals. All right, we're going to have a look at these, and we're gonna really look at these just a little bit more than normally. So it's not going to be a short video. I tricked you. Haha. I hope you guys didn't leave. All right, so let's look at it. Audi JPY on the sell, 81.60. Audi JPY, 4:11 a.m. 81.60. That was on the sell, right? Now we're looking for correlation. Yeah, we got correlation. JPY all on the sell. We have Euro USD and Euro JPY. Oh, yeah. See, this is why we're getting a little mixed up, too. I think we got pushed somehow. So let's go look at the Euro USD to see if it's gotten pushed a little bit. Looks like it has. Looks like it has so much that I didn't even get a signal on there. Why didn't my system? Usually it's pretty powerful. So on something like that, I probably wouldn't even, if I was trading my regular account, I probably wouldn't even be looking at the Euro USD. See, because all the JPYs are in a sell. And that's pretty tough to do if there's some anti-correlation going on. So Euro USD, I think, is in the uproar is the issue. But we're going to keep looking at Audi JPY on the sell, 81.60. 81.60 on the sell. There, boom. And 25. And we're doing our live two things, so we're going to do that. Okay. Euro JPY, definitely going after that one, putting that one on because it's sitting at 100%. Now, last night too, if you watched my video from last night, I traded the Euro JPY and did a choke up on it, which was like super good. But then I ended up getting out because it dropped below, or it did really, really well. But I noticed that there was something on the charts that was going to prevent me. Plus, I was getting in way too good of a number. It was like $46 that I got in. So I did a 50% buyout, which was pretty good, and ended up winning. And it ended up, the pair won, but it fell underneath 20 pips. So I would have lost if I would have stayed with the trade. Pretty wild, right? 131.60 on the sell. 131.60 on the sell. That's two deviations. That's a pretty big tough one here. 25, do two. And place order. Now we can look at that one too, because I'll show you here. Euro JPY. And you see right here, look, this is the only one. This is the only one that fell below the 20 out of all the ones that had fired off as of recently. Okay, in this little analytic pack. And there it is sitting right there. This is the one that I would have lost if I would have kept, but I ended up winning. Yeah, right? Pretty cool because I scalped out of it. Made 110 bucks yesterday or something like that. So pretty damn good. If you didn't watch that video, watch the one pre to this one. All right, let's jump back in. So I'm only going to use those two. I'm not going to jump onto the USD JPY. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Since we're using demo, we're just going to, we're practicing. We're looking to see what it looks like. This is not going to be the norm. I normally don't trade this much in the process. So we're on 112.40. 112.40. Whoa. Okay, we're sort of at the money with that. So this is another big one. So 112.40 on the sell. 112.40 on the sell. It's a pretty big one. So I'm going to do 25. I'll do 2 and we'll place order. If that one doesn't get bought up, it's just missing it. And I probably should have went market order on that one, but I don't want to take any chances. Me sitting here gabbing. Now I'm only about 500 bucks into the reserve. Okay, like I said, I wouldn't trade about this much. I usually keep about 20% only on my reserve because I got $1,000. So I try to keep right around there. Look at that, picked up USD JPY for 2 contracts on the 25. Let's look at the USD CAD now. 11 a.m. and that's sitting at a buy. Okay, which is good because it's got correlation to the USD JPY. 29.40 on the buy. 29.40. It's got 1 deviation. That's all right. 75. Boop, and 2. Ta-da! Simple. Now, if you're a set and forget kind of person, this is your day. This is it. Well, you wouldn't have this many. Okay. I mean, some of you, if you got 5 or 6 grand in your account, then yeah, you could do this, right? You got about 2,500, yeah, you could do this. You got 1,000. You're not taking a chance. You know, it's going to be so rare that they would all get picked up and all lose. Okay, it's happened, I think, like twice in 4 years. So go figure, right? So we're going to keep that. Let's see what else. USD CHF on the buy, 96.40. 96.40, 1 deviation up on the buy. Yeah, we're down pretty low on this one. Now, the crazy thing is that because of that other news, this might be one of those times where it's the news. If it's a buy like this, okay, this is a chart, crooked chart. If it's going to come out, and normally it would just keep going like this. Maybe since it got triggered as a buy, it's going to come back down really super slow. Excuse me, super fast, and then just start taking off again once the news comes out. Or it could come out to OTM and then come on the other side. Really, we would have to be there and wait for the news to come out and watch the market and make adjustments to it at that. Okay, because our signals trade even through the news. Okay, so the stats have news inception into it. Okay, so they play through the news. Let's look at the Euro USD just real quick. 117 on the sell, and let's look at that. Just remember that I said that normally I wouldn't get into the Euro USD. 117 is what it is. 17, yep. On the sell, 17 on the sell. 1 deviation. There's not a lot of things on it. We're gonna do 25. We're gonna do 2, and we're just gonna get in. We're just gonna put it up. We're gonna fill the board up. Okay. We're gonna fill the board up to see. And again, I normally don't like doing this. Audi GPY, Great Britain Pound GPY. We're going to fill the board today just to kind of look, because I don't like sparking people's greed, right? This is greed. I don't believe in showing you a pile of cash, okay, or showing you my personal account that's got 4,500 in it that I keep revolving around and I make 6 grand. I don't show you my withdrawal slips and then bring it out in cash out of the ATM and sit in my car and tell you how great I am as a trader. That's all bullshit, okay? Where I make my money is in trading, and what I do is I do it smart. I don't trade a tremendous amount. And when I do trade, I film it like I do right now. I don't film my big account, okay? And I only have $1,000 in this Nadex account for the live side, okay? For what I show you guys that it can be done, because too many people I found were trying to trade at the level that I was trading at with my big account. Okay, so crazy. Because you're only allowed to have one account, ain't taking no chances of getting it closed down for anybody. Okay, but still people wanted to see me trade. So we drew a bunch of money out of it, put the $1,000 marker on it, and that's where we're at. All right, so let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Audi, Euro, USD. Let's do the Great Britain Pound. 148.40 on the sell. 148.40 on the sell. Now this one's a couple deviations in. I don't see this one coming back unless that news does perpetuate it hard. 25 and 2. Close. Again, only about a grand worth of, because we're sitting at 2 contracts. This would be about $500 normally. All right. So I think that should be it. USDCAD, USCHF. Bye. Yeah, I think that's all I feel really comfortable with doing. I'll look at the Euro JPY as well on the choke up as well. How much this? Because we're sitting at 131.60, 131.40. Yeah, so it's really moved. So I'll do 25 there as well. Place order. Okay. So now I've really hit the reserve on that process, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to come back in, and if we get some movement, then great. But I'm really not looking forward to the news. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I got some other projects that I have to do today. But again, it's that news. So I want to produce this out to you so you know about watching out for the news, so you can see it before all this stuff happens. So I'm going to put out a quick video of this first part, but then there'll be a second part with this video, part 2, that'll come out, okay? But I'm just testing it, so I would suggest testing out. So I'm going to produce this video now so you guys can get the warning before, news hits and all that stuff, okay? And then we'll go from there. All right? I'm Max. This is Dex. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.